Sunday afternoon baseball from Baltimore. Today it's the rubber match of this three-game series between the Chicago White Sox and the Baltimore Orioles. Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. Ashton Godot starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last three starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
The batter will be Danny Mendick, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. Well, guys, these Orioles entering play today. They do come in off a victory last time out, but they've really hit the skids here recently. Losers of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, D-Row, this has not been the kind of homestand that they would like to have so far. Through the first 5 games, they're 2-3. D-Row, getting to 500 on this homestand is certainly one thing they'd like to do here today.
Yeah, they can salvage a little bit right now. They can walk out of here today with a smile on their face if they can get this back to 500 in these first 6 games.
2-1 count to the Pale Hose leadoff hitter. Boy, he just threw that fastball by him.
Hey, I'd like to see a little bit more discipline in that. You get a count in your favor and he's swinging a pitch that bad? Not good.
Breaking ball. Strike 3 called as he drops in a beauty there, and that's the first out of the afternoon.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
So here's Yoan Moncada, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Fastball, and that thing got up there at 95 miles an hour, a ball and a strike. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew working this one. Behind the plate is Eric Summersgill.
You know what, Dan? I'm always baffled when Eric Summersgill's behind the dish because he has a tendency to favor one side of the plate.
You know, that's one of the things I think pitchers get a little bit frustrated with the E-train at time. It's like, hey.
And it's belted high and deep into right center. A ball that's tarrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, Matt, the guy to watch has to be Jose Abreu. He's hit over 400 in his last 10 games, and his team, they are really relying on him. He knows he's hot. His teammates know that he's hot, and you can bet the opposing pitcher, he knows he's hot too.
Striding in is Eloy Jimenez. He comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
Hey, a changeup can be a pretty good pitch on the first pitch. Kind of slow down a good fastball hitter.
Just underway in Baltimore. Well, and he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
Ugh, was that ugly? You could probably throw anything out there to this guy. He'd swing at the rosin bag if you throw it up there.
And a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Down in order go the White Sox, and now the O's will get their first crack at it. No score. Michael Kopech gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's number. One of the things that jumps out at you is that ERA. It's into the 4s. But that doesn't necessarily indicate what kind of pitcher this guy is. If he brings his A game, he can shut anybody down. The problem he's had so far this season, he's been a little bit inconsistent. He's a better pitcher than that ERA over the 4s indicates.
Now to the plate, Estevan Ramirez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. But this will be speared at third, and that was self-defense all the way. One gone. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Dero, what's your take on this team today?
I got that this lineup, Matty, in Oriole Park likes to swing the bats. This place plays small. This place has a low wall. You can drive it out pretty much line to line, and there's a lot of room to be a hero in this yard.
Now here's the first offering. No balls and a strike to count.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
The windup and the 0-1. Bases are empty, one man out. Fouled off. The next 1-2 pitch. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are two gone now.
Batting third.
Up next, Ryan Mountcastle. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. And now the first pitch. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. Bases are empty here with two men out. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. And the pitch. Swung on, missed, 2-1.
That's not really where you want to miss right there. I know this guy has got power stuff, but you can't live in the middle of the plate against this lineup and expect to have success.
Boy, he just threw that fastball by him.
Let's get it going, boys. Somebody's loose, hitting 98 with ease in the first inning.
Here's the pitch on 2-2. Hit in the air down the right field line, but this will wind up being a foul ball. To the left side, but it's well foul. Now another 2-2. Liner towards second, but this won't get over the second baseman's glove as he's got it to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. Still no score. And stepping in, Leury Garcia. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips in yesterday's game.
Leury Garcia.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike.
He's had some success so far, but he's going to need to continue to throw strikes early on in the zone because the more they see this guy, sooner or later they're going to figure him out.
In under the hands with a fastball. It's 1-2. Swing and a liner. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning. Well, when you're going as well as he is, not even a 2-strike count is going to get in your way.
Yeah, Matty, he's having a monster season, well over 300. Right there, when you're feeling that confident at the plate, it doesn't matter what the count is. You're willing to go deep and still feel confident.
In now is Adam Eaton. Chopped back to the mound. Can they turn it? Galvis on to first, a double play.
The catcher,
And now here is Yasmani Grandal. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. Now here's the pitch. No score here as we play inning number 2. A great job of changing speeds there. It's 0-2.
Hey, this is an amazing inning right here. Attacking the zone, keeping his defense invested. Chance.
We'll have to press pause as that's strike 3 to retire the side. Nothing doing here for the White Sox. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring up the power-hitting outfielder Trey Mancini.
Trey Mancini.
First pitch on its way.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. And that one yanked just foul.
He got the fastball where he wanted and just pulled off of it.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Into the box, DJ Stewart. Back up the middle. And the Orioles have their first hit of the ball game.
Hey, guys, there had to be something in the scouting report right there. For him to be on top of that 0-0 changeup the way he was, that was pretty special.
Rutschman.
Adley Rutschman digging in now as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one. In there, strike 2. Ready on 0-2. Fastball at the knees, maybe even below the knees, but it's strike 3 called, and there are 2 away.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
As he'll take a look at ball 1. Now the 1-0 is looked at for the first strike.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
Stewart is off of first with 2 away. He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
Man, I'm interested to see this next pitch. 3 balls pounded on the inside half of the plate. He either has no respect for this hitter or he's setting him up to go down and away.
Lined hard to center field. Robert able to track it down for the 3rd out. Orioles leave 1. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as Jose Abreu is ready to start out the inning. First offering. Jose Abreu is at the plate as he watches ball 1.
The offense better get it going right here because they certainly can tell from their dugout. This guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Down the 3rd baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. Now the pitch. And that misses, 2-1.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Great curveball there. Really fooled him with that one.
When a pitcher puts you in the proverbial rocking chair like he's doing right now, you have to take a deep breath. You can't start trying to guess along with him. Trust your fundamentals.
Now Abreu connects deep to left. Gone! It's a solo home run for Jose Abreu. Home run number 15 for him thus far. As the White Sox are on the board first, it's 1-0.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, it's not the end of the world.
The next batter will be Luis Robert, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 15 long balls and 44 RBIs. The windup and the 0-1. Now that ball is smoked. Carrying to deep left. Mancini moving back. Gone! A solo shot here to left. Home run number 16 for him on the year as the White Sox move in front 2-0.
Well, in just a little more than 2 innings of work, he's given up 2 homers. Could be just one of those games for him. We'll see how much rope they give him. It's definitely getting shorter at the moment.
And the next to bat will be Tim Anderson. as he can't catch up on a fastball at the letters, and it's strike one. That batting average hovering in the high 230s. 9 homers, and the RBI count at 35. The 0-1 pitch.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
Grounder down the line at third. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Hey, guys, that's not how we draw it up. You want to stay back on that pitch and drive it up the middle the other way. But he got out and around it and was still able to find his way for a knock.
Into the box now, Danny Mendick, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. First time up, he went down looking. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. The relay. And he is out at third. So credit him with a double and an RBI here.
Oh, you hate to see guys run into outs, especially when it's because of an unnecessary risk. He had 2 all the way, and he clearly should have just been happy with that.
Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada, as he'll go after a curveball out of the zone to start the at-bat. It's 0-1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Popped up. Rutschman is there. 2 gone.
Now batting, left fielder, Eloy Jimenez.
Now to the plate, here is Eloy Jimenez. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch on the way. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. That gets down, and the inning will continue. And now it'll rattle up against the wall. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Wow, his manager must have a lot of faith in him, and I'm not sure why. He's given up 5 hits in this inning alone, and it doesn't look like it's going to come to an end anytime soon.
At the plate now, Leury Garcia, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. A base hit in his first trip. Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
1-1.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Fastball here misses low, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
The count is full, 3-2 to the White Sox DH.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Three runs already home here. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the White Sox 3 and the Orioles nothing.
Welcome back. As the Orioles look to get the offense going here in the third, this is a lineup that has had its struggles this season. Entering the day, they ranked near the bottom of the league in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. So it's clear this is a work in progress. One player told me before the game, it's a difficult thing to go through. We're all competitive guys, and we believe in ourselves, but we're obviously not getting the results we need. Now, one coach told me that despite the numbers being what they are, he's seeing a lot of development happening. So he's optimistic about what the future holds, especially for some of their younger players. Back to you, Matt.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. First pitch on its way. Trying to bunt his way on, but this is popped up. But a foul ball here, 0-1. The pitch. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact.
Pitcher wants to have a quick inning right here, capitalize on the momentum his batters have.
Little too much bite on the slider that time, taken outside.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. A good pitch, but if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
Ball even at 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
To the plate now, Ramon Urias. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. The numbers, 282 to start play, 3 homers, and 11 RBIs. High in the air out to center field. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there, and that's the second out.
The right fielder, number 3, Estevan Ramirez.
Into the box, Estevan Ramirez. First pitch on its way. Turned on, but it's wide of first and foul. 2 out, nobody on. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That two-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
Hit to first. Taken in by Abreu. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Orioles. Still down 3-0. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Adam Eaton.
I'm interested to see how focused their ABs will be playing with this lead. I think this needs to be a little bit of a smell blood inning. Keep the fire rolling. I know it's early, but keep the pressure going. Swinging the bat's nice.
The 1-0 home. Hit hard right back up the middle, and he's got a leadoff single.
The batter, the catcher, Yasmani.
Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal, as he'll come up empty there as he misses the off-speed pitch for strike 1. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. From the belt, the pitch. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball one.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
Ready on 1-2. Changeup, and that fades down and away. 2-2.
You can really tell about how effective this guy's going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
Eaton gets his lead at first, nobody out. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full. 3-2.
Not what you want to do on the mound, go from 0-2 to 3-2, but credit the man in the box for being patient, even with 2 strikes.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Breaking ball outside. He lost him, ball 4.
2 ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say that's a great AB. Down 0-2 and you work the walk. But if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
And now in the box, Jose Abreu. Off to a fine start in this one after launching a homer his first time up.
Well, Matty, we know he's got the timing on the fastball locked in. That's what he got a hold of on that home run in the previous at bat. You do not come off the heater. Have to be leery of the off speed, but stay on the fastball. He's got to throw it again.
3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. A ball and a strike now to Jose Abreu. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Abreu has a batting line residing in the 290s, looking to boost that even higher here. The 1-1 pitch. He's able to take the ball the other way here, high and deep to right center, and this one scoots all the way to the wall, and the runner will score from second. Grandal rounds the corner and is headed home, safe at the plate as they push the lead to 5 now.
Man, I feel for him, but you've got to call a spade, right? He's really struggling. The sample size is 3+ innings, and in that time, he's given up 8 hits, so it might be time to cut your losses and make a change out there.
Now here comes the Oriole manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound, and we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll exit here this afternoon to a smattering of boos after what can be described as really a subpar performance. Travis Lakins answers the call from the pen here in the 4th, as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. The batter will be Luis Robert. A ball and no strikes. He homered back in the 3rd inning in this one. Lifted down the line in left. And it's a foul ball.
Put that in the memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
A ball and 2 strikes now.
When you're hitting at the bottom of the order, you better be keyhole in the middle of the plate. You cannot allow pitches like that to go by.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2. No one out with a runner at second. Count all the way full to the White Sox center fielder.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
And he misses ball 4, so he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. First and second here with nobody out. In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And he looks at a ball. 1-2. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Stewart is there, and he has it for the first out.
Now batting, second baseman, Danny Mendick.
Back to the top of the order now, and digging in next will be Danny Mendick. Now here's the first offering. Got him fishing that time. 0-1.
Good thing he didn't make contact with that pitch. Only thing he could do is probably hit that on the ground. It could be a double play ball.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. Fielded by Galvis. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting, the third baseman, Yoan Moncada.
So now here is Yoan Moncada. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
Looking to minimize the damage here. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. Two balls and no strikes. The count to Yoan Moncada.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus on making some good pitches.
Lifted the other way to left center. Mancini makes the catch for out number 3. So 2 runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. And the White Sox are out in front, 5-0. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Yolmer Sanchez.
The second baseman, Yolmer Sanchez.
Here's the first pitch. A ball and no strikes. Up top, it's 2-0.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
And this will be fouled away. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Ball hit on the ground for Anderson at short. Reined in. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
The first baseman, number 6, Ryan.
1 out now in the Orioles' 4th, and that'll bring up Ryan Mountcastle. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors for the Orioles so far. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Let's see if he tries to climb the ladder right here, change his eye level, or bounce something in the dirt.
Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
Count still at 1-2. Into the windup and the pitch. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
He put up a pretty good battle at the plate right there. They finally get him on a 1-2 pitch, but you can see that he wasn't laying down without a fight. He really made the pitcher earn that strikeout.
And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini. As the fastball is swung on and missed. Good location down at the knees for strike 1. Struck out in his first at-bat. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Boy, this guy's got it going on right now. He's executing everything. He should feel pretty good. He's retired 7 in a row.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2.
Flip a coin right here with this next pitch. After throwing 2 fastballs to get ahead, he's been able to lay off both those off-speed pitches. Looked like he's seeing it pretty good.
Line shot to third, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Well, Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the White Sox offense with their manager in between innings. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said they're doing an excellent job with pitch selection, meaning they're swinging at the right pitches and doing damage with them. The numbers back that up. 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet, guys.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Eloy Jimenez.
The left fielder, Eloy Jimenez.
Here's the first pitch to him. And now a right-hander up and throwing in the Baltimore bullpen. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Two balls and a strike. Three balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter.
They know the threat this guy poses at the plate. I know it's a 3-1 in this situation right here, but I cannot believe for the life of me this pitcher is going to come anywhere near the middle of the zone.
Into his motion, here comes the 3-1.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin the win if he starts looking for it in there.
Full count, here it comes. Now here's a fly ball, well hit. Mancini moving back. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
The batter.
Stepping in once again is Leury Garcia. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. First pitch on the way. The 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Count is 2-1.
A little too tall that time. 3-1 now. Adam Eaton is on deck. He'll hit next. Swung on but fouled off to the left. 1 out, nobody on. And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the 2nd time this afternoon. So a good job to get the out there, but with 5 runs already surrendered, that's not going to do any favors to the team ERA so far this season. And that's not all that promising a number, as they find themselves just 1 spot off the bottom in the American League. So next to bat will be Adam Eaton, singled in his last at-bat.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid 1 hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
No balls and 1 strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
You got to cover the whole plate now after letting him steal 2 strikes on the inside half.
And he'll try to hold up in time, but to no avail as he went around and the inning is over. Nothing across here this half. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the White Sox 5 and the Orioles nothing. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Orioles offense with their manager between innings, and he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They've only managed 1 base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
Leading off.
All right, Heidi,
for
thank
the
you.
Orioles, the center fielder, number 24.
First offering on its way. DJ Stewart is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0.
Man, this guy has retired a whole slew right now. I think what he needs to do is just stay focused and keep attacking the game plan like he has up to this point, because everything he's done has worked.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Into the windup and the pitch. Left side, but well foul. Line to shortstop, and there's one away.
Now batting, the catcher, Adley Rutschman.
Standing in now, Adley Rutschman.
As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
He's 0 for 1 thus far. The windup and the 0-1.
Nope, that's inside.
And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now.
This guy is really locked in on the bump right now. He's just playing good old-fashioned hardball right now, just rearing back and letting it go. And it seems like this lineup, they don't have an answer for anything he's bringing so far.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. 2 out, nobody on. Pulled toward right center field. And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Hunter Harvey takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and that'll bring up Yasmani Grandal.
Yasmani Grandal.
Here it comes.
Nope, that's a ball.
The 1-0 is taken for ball 2. Grandal is widely considered one of the elite backstops in the game, of course. His skills behind the plate are well documented, and in a position like catcher, that makes a big difference for his team every night he straps it on.
And for obvious reasons. And he allows the pitching staff to throw any pitch, any count, knowing they can bounce that breaking ball and feel like it's coming right back to him. This guy, he is really one of the special defenders in our sport.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Jose Abreu swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. The 0-1. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
In now, Luis Robert. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1. It was a walk in his last trip. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Looks to me like he's trying to make adjustments pitch to pitch up there at the plate, but he's looked completely thrown off so far. Late on the first one, way out front on the second.
And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the White Sox as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Digging in will be Jahmai Jones. He'll start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
Yeah, I think if I'm the hitting coach right here, Matty, I'm telling the offense to get aggressive. Just seems like we've been going too deep in counts, and this guy has got exploding stuff on the mound. So I would tell them get overly aggressive on a heater in the middle of the plate early.
Jay Spry is going to come on in relief as he'll be making his 20th appearance of the season. First pitch of the AB now.
スタミナがあんなないとは思わんかったな。蹴りが速すぎるやろいうぐらい。
0-1, here it comes. Pops this one up.
6、7、8、9と2人でいけりゃいいけどな。
A ball and 2 strikes. Swinging a hard liner to center field.
よっしゃ。
Robert is right there, 1 down.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Stepping in next, Ramon Urias flew out in his only at-bat so far. Now here's the first offering.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there, that cutter inside, and that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of, and a lot of times...
Oh, hang on now. This ball is crushed into left field, and this one ain't coming back. This ball is gone. A solo shot here to left. 4th home run for him on the season. As they get on the scoreboard here, it's 5-1.
Well, they're still down, but this homer right there might light a fire under the whole team. Give them a spark to climb back into this thing. We'll see if this gets them going.
これはやられたな。
So now to the plate, Estevan Ramirez, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Good hard sinker that time, and he's in control. 0-2. And the pitch. Swing and a miss at the curveball, and there's your second out of the inning.
Every pitcher gives up home runs, some more than others, but the best ones forget about them as soon as the next guy digs into the batter's box. He showed me a lot right there by going after the next hitter and striking him out on only 3 pitches.
Stepping in now, Yolmer Sanchez. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. That misses 2-0. Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Now the pitch. High in the air into shallow left center.
Yes.
He's under it, and that ends the inning. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. The 9 1-2 hitters due up to start the 7th. It's the White Sox 5 and the Orioles 1. Sean Armstrong is on his way into the ballgame now as he'll be making his 50th appearance of the year. Now at the plate here is Tim Anderson. His career numbers against this pitcher. He's hitless in 6 tries. First pitch of the AB on its way. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one.
Yeah, that looked like an auto take right there, just trying to measure up this pitcher's stuff.
A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. The 1-1 home is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
アクションフィギュアシリーズ
Pops this one up. Mountcastle has room in foul territory. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now back, the second baseman, Danny Mendick.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Danny Mendick. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Good slider there. Gets a swing and miss. Movement in the Orioles bullpen now as they've got a left-hander up and throwing. Comes set and the 0-1. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2. And now he'll foul this one off as well to fall behind here. No balls and 2 strikes.
Oh, man, that's a frustrating one as a hitter. That pitcher missed right there. He did not want to hang that breaking ball with 2 strikes, and you foul it away. You have to regroup. You're not seeing that again.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
I like how he worked him backwards for that strikeout there. He wasn't showing the fastball early in the at-bat, but then went back-to-back once he had the hitter down in the count.
Into the box now, Yohan Moncada. Swinging a soft liner, a dive, but it's in and out of the glove, and the inning will continue. And he will not have time to recover it short. That's an infield single.
The left fielder.
Beggars can't be choosers right there. We love those lawn darts. Doesn't matter how they come. Jammed, off the end of the bat, doesn't matter.
So the next to bat will be Eloy Jimenez. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
He's set. Here it comes. As he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. Moncada, the runner at first with 2 gone. 1 strike pitch is a fastball high, and that evens things at 1.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes. A man left for the White Sox. They're up 5-1. That'll bring up Ryan Mountcastle.
Leading off for the Orioles, the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch.
さあ、どこまで投げれるか。この回はいけるか。ただ15球やからな。
Here's the pitch. Ball hit on the ground for Anderson at short. He's got it, and that's the first out.
Up next for the Orioles, the left fielder.
Next will be the cleanup hitter.
Manshi.
No hits to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. The 1-0 delivery.
鬼武者か。
Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. Seventh inning here in a 5-1 ball game. Breaking ball called third strike as that catches the zone for out number 2.
Oh, man, he's been absolutely getting overmatched at the plate the last couple of games. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone. So clearly this pitching staff, they figured out how to attack this guy. We'll see if he can make any adjustments.
DJ Stewart stands in for the third time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Giving chase is Jimenez. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They're down here 5-1. Tanner Scott has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Leury Garcia will be the first one to greet him as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
Leury Garcia.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
Hey, not too often we see this hitter come outside his game plan, outside the zone, but that pitch was just so tempting.
Here comes the 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Swing and a miss on a nasty slider right there. Always felt toughest pitch in the game. If you're a guy who liked to work the big part of the field, you were on that fastball middle away. That slider looked like a heater for about 56 feet 6 inches.
Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
That's the 3rd time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
Adam Eaton digging in next as he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. And now a pitch on the way. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. And now a left-hander will start to get ready in the bullpen. Here it comes. Inside here with the hard stuff, and it's 2-1 now. 5-1 our score as we play the 8th. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. Here now the 2-2. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
完
Really
全
good
なボー
late
ル。
bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
And here's the switch-hitting catcher, Yasmani Grandal. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at a first-pitch fastball for strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Comes set with the 0-1. Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now.
Hey, he's got excellent stuff working right now. Somebody has to make an adjustment. You're seeing a lot of late swings. No one's getting the front foot down. No one's getting the barrel to the baseball.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. Down in order go the White Sox. They lead this one, though, 5-1. So here is Adley Rutschman. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8.
The catcher, Adley Rutschman.
さあ、この回もいくか。
And now the first pitch.
3イニング目。意外といけるもんや
Ready
な。
with the 0-1 pitch.
よいしょ。
Right back to him on
器
the
用に
mound.
取ったな。
And he'll flip on to first to record the out.
The batter, number 2. Shortstop.
Now to bat, Freddie Galvis. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. Just off the outside that time. Laid off for a ball. Now the 2-0 home. 2-1 the count. Good discipline to lay off there, and it's 3-1. Jahmai Jones waits on deck. Hit on the ground out to short. Anderson picks it up, and that's the 2nd out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Jahmai.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Jahmai Jones. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off.
こ
1-2.
の回までや
Hey,
な。
textbook waste pitch right there. Does he go
9回だけ
elevated
帰る
fastball
か。
again or something slow below the zone?
もう疲れてきた。
He'll try again. 1-2. Right side, but it's going to be a foul
6、
ball.
7、8やからな。 十
Next
分
1-2
OK。
pitch.
ああ、間違った。
That's popped up. Abreu trying to get there, and no one will get this one. Here's another 1-2. Pops
Yes,
this
sir.
one up. Abreu into foul territory,
Ah,
and this is going to get down. It's a foul
粘る
ball.
な。
And he
Oh.
struck him out, so he was forced to make 9 pitches that at bat, but he'll take it as the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. They're down 5-1. So here's Jose Abreu. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Skied into straightaway right. Ramirez is there. One pitch, one out.
Up next for the White Sox, the center fielder,
Luis Robert will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the third inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. Here it comes. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two.
Go to that well one more time. He's been late on the first two.
Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number two. That was a nasty-looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Into the box, Tim Anderson, as he'll take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball one. Lifetime in this matchup. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Hard hit ball to second. Right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. They're up 5-1. Ramon Urias will stride in one more time as we flash you back to earlier. This was a big blow right here as he leaves the yard with plenty to spare.
さあ、これで帰るか。
Aaron Bummer, a southpaw standing 6'3", gets the ball now out of the bullpen. Now the first pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Waiting on it is Jimenez. He's got it one away. Back to the top of the Oriole lineup now, and stepping in, Estevan Ramirez. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat. First pitch here is a sinker that runs a bit too wide. It's ball one. 2-0 now. 2 balls and a strike to the Orioles leadoff hitter. Bummer is about as stingy as they come in terms of a bullpen arm. He's proven very difficult to hit, and it's a rarer thing still to see multiple hits against him.
Yeah, Matty V, and you wonder why it's so hard to score off of this guy. He's nearly impossible to get 3 or 4 hits in an inning to score a run. He keeps his walks per 9 innings are really down, and you look at his hits per 9 innings pitch, it's no wonder why this guy's one of the top relievers in the game right now.
Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome. You go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
Now here's the first offering. Yolmer Sanchez comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. The switch flared out toward left. And that's in there, base hit.
さすがにちょっと無理やな。
All you can ask as an offense is to try and get that tying run in the batter's box. And they've started out nicely right here. They've gotten 2 runners on. They're down 4. Grand slam is still in play. Let's see if they continue this nice offensive approach.
Next up, Ryan Mountcastle. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. Ramirez over at second. Sanchez at first, one gone.
Yeah,
He pops it up, drifting just beyond the infield. There to take it is Abreu, and that's out number 2. So here's Mancini. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. There's the sinker to start him out, missing down and away for ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. Fouled away.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself down 1-2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
2 men are on with 2 men out. Baltimore down to their final strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Mancini now.
Great take right there, but the last thing you want to do is be called out on strikes to end the game.
Just out in front of that one, still 2-2.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
Into center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit.
逆行ってるし。2点入ってもうたな。
And not in time as the second run scores.
All right, here we go, making things interesting with an RBI knock to cut the deficit to 2. Maybe we can get this offense going.
やばなってきたな。
Next, it'll be DJ Stewart.
まさか抑えられへんか。
Matt Foster takes over on the mound now as he'll try to get the final out of the ball game here and pick up a save.
頼みますせ。
From the stretch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
緊急で抑えも
Position at second with 2 down. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes.
いやー、よう見てるな。目があるな。いやー、これはフラン。その辺はちゃっかりしてるな。で、またこれは粘るし。最終フォアボールとかいいっすよ。てか何球粘るんや。はよ打て。三振しろ三振。粘るな。何球粘るんやこれ。ああ、また打ち上がった。
And that's through into right field for a base hit. Mancini blows through the stop sign, headed for home, and he's safe at the plate. And the deficit is down to only 1 now.
All right, here we go. RBI base hit to cut the lead in
粘
half.
っ
Get
て
the
粘
crowd
って
going.
ラ
You
イト
can
前
feel the
か。
energy rising. Maybe that leads to an offensive explosion. We'll see.
もう緊急で投げてもらおうかって投げられへんのか。ワンアウト取らな無理なんか。
Standing in now, Adley Rutschman, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's
この
nothing in
回は
1.
投げられへんの
Hey, I know the
か。
tying runs at first right here, but if the pitcher on the mound executes, keeps
そ
the
れ
ball
も
in
厄
play,
介
I
や
think
な。
good things are going to happen.
Started the breaking ball far too inside that time, laid off for ball 1.
That's a great take right there. Great pitch recognition to let that one go.
粘って粘って打
Opposite-handed,
ち
that's
よる
coming
から
across the
な。
plate. You might think he got a shot to stay
こんだ
inside
け
that
し
one.
ぶといんや。っていうか
Just
球
a bit
が浮
high
いて
with
き
the
たぞ。
fastball, but didn't get the call. Fans on their feet in a 1-run ball game in the last of the
やっ
ninth.
と終わ
Well,
った
this
な
one
ん
is
か。
gloved for the out, and a big sigh of relief here as this ball game is over.
いや
Just
ー、危
an
ないな。
excellent job right here closing this one out. He just collected the
ヒヤ
first
ヒ
save
ヤ
of
もん
his
や。
career. Got to start somewhere.
A 1-run finish today, 5-4 the final score. The Chicago White Sox led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Michael Kopech earns his 5th winner of the year as he gives up only 1 hit in 5 innings of work. Ashton Godot worked only 3 innings in the losing effort. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian, we all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Our final line score this afternoon.
よいしょ。で、なんとか勝ってやっとホームランオールスターか。で、貯金が9、3.5。まだまだわからんな。すげえ離れとるな。よいしょ。さあ、では。